Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Jones. I know many of you. I do a lot of work with Oaklander Training, and I was sort of the project manager and coordinator on the Puppets app. Jacob Zodi, Karen's trying to get a hold of. He is our lead developer. We recently added 11 new puppets and a handful of new backgrounds to the app, sort of expand the relevance. We added some offices and home offices for those of us working from home, and a handful of new animals and sort of other projective puppets that we wanted to share with everyone. So we sort of slowly make some of these updates.
We'll share the recording with Jacob because maybe something came up for him and that's why he's not here, but that's how these calls go. We think the agenda is gonna go like we think it will, and then it doesn't. So anyway, who's using them? And just maybe a minute about it.
Glad
Hi,
to be
Karen.
here again. I used to do the app with the girl in person, and it was a wonderful experience because my client doesn't permit herself to feel a lot of feelings, and through the projective puppets, through Dollhouse, through all apps on the website, she learned how to do that, and she was astonished. She was so happy, and we had a great breakthrough. The biggest achievement is anxiety. Her to let herself to feel anxious, to be anxious. And that was very impressive for her and for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tima?
Hi. I have been using the apps also. The kids actually know better how to connect on them than I do. But the whiteboard actually worked wonderful with the girl. Last week, I sent you an email, Karen, and I was able to download it.
Good.
She was a teenager and very, very reserved, but for the first time, she expressed feelings with the shapes, in the music, and she didn't want the session to finish.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So yeah, we made the drawing app just available to everyone. And many people, we basically just refunded everyone's money who signed up. We thought we'd try and experiment. What would it be like to charge for something that we're doing? But I realized that it went against the purpose of these apps, which is to just let everyone use it and have it accessible. So mindfuldraw.com, you can just, if you want to use it, as Tima's saying, you can just use it anytime you want without signing in or anything. So anyway, thanks for sharing that. I'm so glad that you had that experience.
I have a nice experience with a client of 11 years old, because he didn't want to play because he was a grown-up boy. So when I proposed him in the computer, he got enthusiastic. He found it fun, and he allowed himself to work with that, because that was for teenagers and not for little boys. And it was fantastic. And then after that experience with 3 or 4 boys of the same age, I have the same experience. They allow themselves to have fun and work their emotions with that.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Laura.
Hi, everyone. I want to say 2 things about the apps in general. The first one is the last time we were in supervision with Karen, we were working with Mindful Draw app, and I was thinking about my patient, my client Violet. She's now 16, and she's about to happen that she needs a lung and heart transplant. So it has been hard for me to focus on my own feelings of sadness about this situation, because I have been working with her during so many years. Then I wrote her name, and her name erased fast because I didn't set the time for 1 minute, just for a few seconds. And I saw how the Violet's name was erasing, and I felt like in touch of this simple single experience, and I understood how hard it is for the family to stay in my appointments on time, to be there for anything I try to do for them, or with them, because it's hard to see even if her name is erasing, and this is what they are dealing about, the health condition. So I understood that, and it helped me with the case, with the process. Yes. And the second thing that I'm doing with these apps is like we are changing. Most of us used to work only online in these crazy times, but now that we are in person, I don't want to separate of the of the apps. So I work with my iPad. I go to different places, to different cities where I have clients there, and I attend with the apps in person, but using the iPad, and it's very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So Jacob has, he's a programmer, he's a tech person. And so I'm going to share this with him because he doesn't usually do projects like this that have just the few of you that shared, that has such an impact in literally around the world. And so I wanted, this is sort of a thank you to him and Mikey, how technology can be so helpful. And I think that that's sort of been such a factor in this time. So thank you for demonstrating that, those of you that shared.